Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Kuramawian. And as you can see, the DSD program is now officially completed. I already uploaded both the back end and the front end of the project into my own personal repo, and I will eventually work on that project to expand it, and it will be my third official project before I start the job search. But before I start doing that, I decided to start learning Java. So for the longest, I've been thinking about what my second programming language should be, and I don't count TypeScript as a different language than JavaScript. I don't understand why people have this idea that TypeScript is different than JavaScript. It makes no sense for me, because if you remove the JavaScript from TypeScript, you can't write it. So I have it as the same. So the second programming language, for the longest, I was really wanted to learn Go, but the thing is, I need to learn what is being asked in the market, and I'm from New York City, and something that I've noticed for the past year attending meetups is that there's a lot of JavaScript Python developers in New York City. Like, the market is flooded. So I decided to learn a different programming language that is going to set me apart from the rest. And something that I noticed going to these meetups was that every person that I met who either knew Go, Java, or C, they were all employed, had internships, had something going on. And then the majority of people that I met that knew both JavaScript and Python were unemployed. So I was like, man, I think I'm going to learn what's going to get me a job. You know what I'm saying? What's going to get me paid. So I've decided to learn Java. And the reason for it is because during the DSD program, I was working with a backend developer. His name is Aram, and he did such an amazing job, and I was able to see firsthand how powerful Java is in the backend. And ironically, in this process, the front end, I find it cool, but it's just so many ways that you can, I don't know, style a button. Like, either you have it with a border or you don't have it with one. You either have a hover effect or not. Either, I don't know. So I did become a fan of the backend as I was working with my chat application, because especially when I was doing the credential-based authentication, I could have used like a provider and use a simple GitHub signing or Google signing, but I was like, nah, it's kind of boring. I actually want to see how passwords are hashed and how things work under the hood. And as I was working on that, I really became a fan of like the backend environment. So as working with my colleague in this program, I really fell in love with the language. I consider it at first, I mean, I don't consider it before, I still do. It is very type intensive, as you can see here. It requires a lot of typing, but I do see its strength, and now I understand in understanding why it's so popular for like big companies. So what I'm doing is, as of right now, I started taking this Java full course on YouTube by Brocode. It's a 12-hour course, but you know, I want to take it. I really want to make sure I understand the basics before I start learning Spring Boot. And what I'm doing is, I'm taking this course, and then I have a repo in where I'm taking my notes, and I'm adding everything on a README file, so I can always go back to it. And essentially, I'm just adding the commits based on the things that I'm learning. So today I learned about scanner class, which is essentially like viewing data from the console, and then I learned about expressions. It's just like the mathematical, the dividing, adding, subtracting. And then earlier today, I was learning about the graphical user interface, GUI. So it's like, instead of showing data on the console, it shows you like a quick pop-up. So that's kind of cool. And then what I'm doing is, I'm using Gemini as a mentor. So I already have like a panned prompt situation, in where as I go with the course, I tell, hey, I'm learning this, can you specify this? And then I read it, and then I get to learn more. And in addition to that, what I'm doing as well, not only learning Java, I also want to work with my data structures and algorithms skills with JavaScript. So I don't just want to like drop JavaScript as I learn Java. I don't want to do that. I want to keep working on both. So I'm taking this course. It's by Brad Traversy, and it's 70 plus JavaScript challenges, data structures, and algorithms. So essentially, I'm doing the same thing. I'm taking this course. I have a repo in where I'm adding the README, and I'm going over each of the challenges that he has, and then I have a pinned prompt in where I go over the course with anything that I might be a little bit confused. And so far, I've been learning some new stuff, and I don't know, I'm really enjoying it. I don't have like this goal of becoming this master of data structures and algorithms, but I do see the value of learning it, and I'm really enjoying the process of doing these challenges. And no, I'm not good, but I guess I just started doing them. So the purpose of this course is not to necessarily just stop and then try to do it on yourself. I mean, you can do the challenges on your own, but Brad Traversy made this specifically for people that they just want to dabble into this world of DSA. So essentially, he walks you through how he answered the questions, and it's a very good course so far. So essentially, that's what I'm doing. I'm dividing my day. Sometimes I start with Java, and then after lunch I start doing DSA, or I either start with DSA and then in the afternoon I do Java. And it's actually helping me not be tired of seeing the same thing. So I'm bouncing around between Java and data structures and algorithms, and it's been an amazing experience. And essentially, I started on Tuesday. I was supposed to start fully doing this on Monday, but something happened. But I've been taking this course and the data structures and algorithms course since Tuesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and today Friday. So I've been doing this for 4 days, and I'm learning a lot. And yeah, essentially that's what I'm doing. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.